After having seen my ancillary products progressively being made, in comparison to the first draft, what aspects do you prefer the most?
Well, overall, I think it looks a lot more professional having the new magazine title critique, as it's easily rememberable than before, and also being bold makes it look a lot more professional. As well as this, having the movie title in the middle and fading into background looks a lot better. And also having new and upcoming movie titles and celebrity names makes it look more up to date and a lot more professional as well. I also prefer the style of the font on the newer one, as you can read it a lot better than the previous one and it's a lot more clearer. And another thing I do like about the new one is that the picture of the actors is a lot closer, so you get the picture's a lot better than the one before, so it makes the magazine look as a whole a lot better.
Iterations from the previous version should have been left the same.
Well, in the previous version, I do like how there's nothing underneath the magazine title compared to the newer one with the red circle tagline, as I feel like that with the newer version it made it a bit more like crammed up, whereas with the previous one it was more open, you could see it a lot more, you could see the pictures a lot clearer as well. Another thing that I did prefer about the old one was the style of the magazine title. Even though I do prefer the new magazine title name, I do prefer the style of the previous one. And lastly, I do prefer having the barcode at the bottom right of the magazine title compared to at the top rightish, as I do think it looks more professional.
Poster.
I like where the title of the movie is placed and the size, as I feel like perfect size for the poster, as it doesn't seem too big. I also like the image of the two actors back to back, as I feel like it fits in with the genre that it's trying to go for. Lastly, I do like as well, I think that it's bold and clear, and
We made a poster that make it seem more professional and better suited.
I get that the bar in the middle is needed to make it fit in with the rom-com genre, but I would however change the text within the bar to either make it more visible, as some of the text towards the bottom of the bar is small, so it's hard to read, and I'd also change the colour of the writing maybe, as having 4 or 5 different colours makes it a bit too much, so I'd either keep it to 1 or 2 colours.
In the final draft of the Endless trailer, having seen, what would you say are the most important improvements that are highlighted and grab your attention?
I think that the animation for the production company is a lot better on the final draft, as it looks more professional and really grabs your attention. I think that getting rid of the endless title sound effects really did benefit the final draft of the trailer, as it seemed quite childish in the first draft. Another thing is that the same quality is to a higher standard. By getting rid of the credits on screen, it again made it look a lot more professional, as there was no need for them. Also, in the final draft, the music seems to fit the footage a lot better than the previous one. Another thing that I really liked was that one of the actors was narrating over the top of the trailer, as it made it a lot more enjoyable to watch than just having to sit there in silence watching it. Another thing that was good was the linear progression of the trailer, as it was easier to follow than before. Another thing that I did like was towards the end of the trailer, the slow motion effect, as it makes it more tense and again more professional. The ending of the trailers of overall is a lot better, as it doesn't just to a sudden ending, as it actually ends the trailer leaving you and makes it more finished. Lastly, the other thing that I really liked about it was that with the final version of the trailer, it gave you a date for when it will come out, compared to the first draft, as it's more informative and actually gives viewers a date for when it will be coming out.
Improve the trailer to make it more appropriate to romantic-friendly audience.
Personally, I feel like the trailer showed more of a romantic side to the film rather than the comedic side. So therefore, I feel like rom-com genre, I feel like a couple of one-liners into the trailer, audience's attention, and to let them know that it is a rom-com rather than just a romantic story.